Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we have got a map that has a vanilla vibe because it has a vanilla theme, but there are plenty of custom assets without being thousands of custom assets, so it does look like it comes to life. I do have a gripe with today's map though. While I think it's a good map, I think it lets itself down. It has a few too many polishing errors, finishing errors, and problems that I feel that probably should have been polished out. Because all told, I think this map had seal of approval written right through it. But there you go. Can't win every day. Still a good map, and for that, I feel that you should probably show your approval. About now, please. That's right, showing your approval really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you for your support. Today's map is Lampada Bay by StOnGdUkE. Love that, Stong. Keep wanting to say strong, there's no R in there and I had to reread it several times to be sure. There's your start square. Again, looks very interesting, very usable as well, water on both sides of the start square there. The terrain height's pretty flat across the build plane, which is always a nice thing to see. And the resources, a little bit of offshore oil, so if you have Industries DLC, you'll be able to get the oil rigs out in the bay. That is a good thing. Now off to the workshop. Network Extensions 2 is there. And we've got some custom trees and bridges and pillars. We'll be using, it says there, realistic map theme 1.0. Guess what? We'll be using the 1.2. I did actually subscribe to the 1.0, but it doesn't appear on my list, so I think it's been superseded. Right, okay. Oh, and the vanilla temperate theme as well. Right, okay, let me just show you first. My first grumble is this elevated rail. It's quite high for elevation all the way through the countryside. Don't really feel that it needs to be elevated, but it's not the biggest sin in the world. What I would say is a bigger sin than having the rail elevated all the way along here is when you've got a change of terrain, which is going to happen just up ahead here. Well, it doesn't need to follow the terrain. Look at that. It just goes uphill, and we have been going uphill anyway, but that's kind of like being disguised by the fact that it's an elevated line. We can level that one out. We'll just use, not move it actually, we'll use, get rid of that. Come up there, electrics, mods, road tools, and there's a straighten tool. I'm going to select all the nodes there and just one hit, the enter button, boom, levels it out very nicely. And that to me looks a lot better already. So yes, having it elevated, yeah, but it just doesn't need to stay the same height from the ground. Never mind. Sorry, I'm moaning. Trying to find good things to say. The map looks great. The map's got a really nice layout. We've got a decent highway layout around the map, and of course good network rail as well, which is good to see. Now, one thing we'll find down here on the left is a little side road. Now that does connect via this junction, which intersections are always a little bit better because it helps traffic flow. We do have a tree in the road as well, which ain't pretty. We'll skip over that and we'll just follow this road up. Now, if you keep the build low down here, maybe just do some farming down here, not huge amounts, just some farming down here, then that junction will probably handle it quite nicely. And I think that area there would look really nice as like a farm. So that's a good thing. The thing is, if you build too much down here, you're going to have an awful lot of traffic piling out of this junction, and we're going to get huge traffic flow issues. Now, ideally, I'd like to show you this. I'd like to show you what it would look like, but I don't want to go breaking the map to be able to do so. Instead, what we'll do is we'll let the map break itself, because here we have a junction again, but this is a edge of map intersection. You can see we have got traffic flow problems already. quite a bit of a tailback going up here, but that's nothing compared to the tailback up the highway. I'm going to count these cars. Count with me. 1, blue is 2, then you've got the hatchbacks 3, the SUV is 4, blue is 5, that's 6, red is 7, grey is 8, black is 9, the Winnebago is 10, 11, 12, 13 for the red, 14 grey, 15, 16 green, 17, 18 for the red tractor, no returns, 19 blue, 20, 21, 22, 23, oh no, blow this for a game of conkers. Needless to say, the tailback goes on quite some way. Now, I have actually sped up the footage, as you can tell, and I did count. I might have missed one, I might have double counted one, but when we get to the tail end of this, we're only about halfway there. We're only about halfway there. A couple of gaps there where the traffic's moved along a little bit, but yes, it is still tailing back. Still tailing back. And just about now, we're getting towards the end. There we go. That black one on the end there, I made 344. 344 vehicles long. And growing still. They're still queuing up to join the end of there. Yes, it's something that kind of needs to be sorted. We need an intersection in that location pronto. Right, okay, heading now down towards the start square kind of area. We've got a lovely intersection to look at first. You're gonna like look at this. We'll get above it and give you a top-down view. Of course, having the elevated rail really does help with the intersection, so that's a plus side to the elevated rail. Look at how intricate that is. Do you like it? You do like it. Oh, good, good, good. You're not going to like it for much longer. Unfortunately, it has all sorts of problems. Let me start looking for them. I have got some. Let me try. Was it down this one? Let's have a look down this one. Yes. Slightly squeezed on the there you go. First of all, streetlight clippings. We found some. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. We'll cut underneath here. Over here you can see we've definitely got pillars in the highway here. And there's a pillar in the highway directly above, going right through, and a streetlight clipping as well. All sorts of things going on here. Also, if we carry on a little bit further out, I have missed some things as well. On the left, you've got a streetlight pillar, a pillar in the way. We've got some blue mantle over there. There's the streetlight trying to force its way through that. This is way too low. You'll never get underneath that unless you limbo. And frankly, it needs a lot of tidying up. Okay. A little bit of road glitching there as well. It's been forced really, really hard. Okay, then we have some... oh, hang on. I've got to show you before we get to the custom bridge. The tunnel underneath there looks really good, yeah? Until you get down to ground level. And a little bit of blue mantle there as well. But it elevates as you go in. And that's supposed to connect up from one side to the other. That definitely needs to be flat. What we do have, though, is an excellently placed down custom bridge. That's superb work there. And we've got another custom bridge over here as well, which again is superb work. Now the pillars, when you have a look at these pillars look great, yeah? Happy with those? Wait till you see the pillar on the other side. Wait until you see this. I'm going to try and fix this, but look. It's weirdly hovering. That's very strange. Now, when I went to move it and selected it and moved it, suddenly the terrain glitched into place. So it's a terrain glitch thing. It's quite possible that StOnGdUkE wasn't able to see that when they were building it, because it might just be like a local issue as the game tries to render around. But anyway, we are in the start square, which means we do have an asset of the day, but we've got 4 of them today. 1, 2, 3, 4 basketball courts by DieHardHunter. DieHardHunter, I think DieHardHunter has got a lot of fans out there, and they've just got themselves a whole load of new fans. We got 4 courts. They're not colour variations. We got 2 encaged and 2 free, and we've got some nice detailing in there as well. But let me just give you factoids, because factoids. Thomas Hardy, the English poet and novelist, died on this day, the 11th of January 1928. Because of his fame, his ashes were buried in Westminster Abbey, but his heart was removed and placed in the grave of his beloved first wife, in Stainsford Churchyard. Her name wasn't Stainsford Churchyard. I'm clearly losing it. But yes, let's go back to DieHardHunter's basketball courts. Do love a basketball court, and these are exceptionally well done. All credit, gotta love his work. DieHardHunter, you're a legend, a basketball legend no less as well. Keep it up, keep us. Can we have some netball courts next, please? Netball. There you go, DieHardHunter's basketball courts. Okay, let's head back to the highways. Go back the way we came, and then we'll just take the route that goes round the mountain. Let's go and have a look at this. So anyway, we've seen the intersection. It's a busy intersection. That's not as bad. I thought that'd be worse. That's not too bad. Now I want you to have a look at traffic flow going down here. On the left, we've got good. Oh, hang on. We're missing a pillar. Yeah, could do with a pillar in there as well. Let's just drag that a bit too much, but never mind. Yeah. Yeah, on the left, we've got good traffic flow. That's moving quite nicely. On the right, we have got dreadful traffic flow. Look at how poor that is. Hardly anything moving along here at all. In fact, there's a very good reason for that. We have got a non-connecting section of highway there. Probably caused by the parallel road tool. That is one of the glitches of the parallel road tool that I've discovered myself. So yeah, that's going to need connecting, and fortunately not too far away from the start square, so if you are playing vanilla rules, you'll be able to get into that fairly early on in your city build and be able to fix it. Anyway, now heading off to the fog. We've seen the road, we've seen the rail, so I think we'll just skip straight ahead and have an intermission. How does that sound?
Fed up with vanilla or ploppable parking lots in your city? Wondering what Bonnie Day's Parking Lots Roads is all about? Then you need BonBonB's Parking Lots tutorial. Click the information button below.
Okay, and back to Lampada Bay by StOnGdUkE. We have shipping routes running down the rivers. They are well used, these rivers, I've got to say. Quite impressed. I thought it was just going to be out at sea. That's definitely wide enough, but probably too low for the vanilla ships. Of course, you could use custom ships, but we're using vanilla ships. Not good enough. Here, bit of an issue there. Definitely going to have ships crashing through the pillar. Gonna have no sheeps crashing through the pillar. Sheeps aren't particularly fond of using the rivers. Then if we go out to sea, that's not too bad. It's a bit clunky, but it's not too bad. Then down here, we've got, again, shipping route through here. That is definitely high enough. Then a right-angled turn, never the prettiest. This goes up into the river system, which we've seen. Definitely some shipping clipping through that one as well. And then we've got access to all of the coast also. So all told, pretty good. Now, water flow, there is water running down these rivers. I'll just say it. There is plenty of water running down the rivers. You've got water going through the start square. It's all flowing downhill, except when we get down. It's still going downhill here, downstream even. But here it's coming upstream. So there will be a null point, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of this S-bend here somewhere. So just be aware, if you're going to put your outflow in that area, you might have some problems. So all told, I really do like this map. I like the design. I like the feel of the mountains. Good choice of trees as well. Loving the coastlines. Good choice of trees. I obviously a custom theme would have done this map a power of good. A power of good. It would have looked amazing with a custom theme. We do have, it's not really a bonbon island, it's more of a boom boom island with a volcano in it there. Again, good choice of trees. I know we're slightly in the fog here. I'm not going to switch it off. We're only going to be out here a moment. But yes, good choice of custom trees. Good use of the trees as well. I'm going to credit the creator of this map for their tree usage. It's quite often misused, isn't it? The old trees, but I think we've done quite well here. We've got a lot of tree coverage, and got to say the hedges definitely buying into the hedges. It's just simply done. You don't have to fill every gap with a tree or a bush or whatever. It's fine. It's just the visual is what you're looking for, and it's been definitely achieved. The mountains, I first thought, don't like these mountains. Secondly, I thought, don't really like the trees on the mountains. Do you know what? I've changed my mind completely. I do like the trees, and I do like the mountains. There's a transition to a different sort of tree in those mountains, and the whole thing really comes together. So my first instinct was very wrong. I like it. But do you like it? This is your chance to tell me, is this a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Sorry, I'm wheezing away here. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Get some oxygen into my lungs, maybe I can keep talking. So, aesthetically, I actually quite like this. It needs a custom theme. It really does to make it pop. But it's not bad considering it's a vanilla theme. I'm gonna give it that 4th star. It's a low 4, but it's a 4-star map. Detailing. There's some good detailing on here, and there's a lot letting it down. I was very tempted to drop down to 2 stars, but I feel it just hangs in on the bottom of that 3-star category, so 3 stars for detailing. Gameplay. If there had been fewer detailing issues to fix, 4 stars. If the traffic flow hadn't been issued and we didn't have a broken bit of highway, 4 stars. But we've got both of those things. It's still a playable map. It's still a map that entices you to want to play. So it gets 3 stars. It's not broken. It's not going to give you a headache. It's just going to give you a bit of work to do. So I'm going to give it 3 stars for gameplay potential. Lampada Bay by StOnGdUkE. 10 stars is a solid score and definitely worth looking at if this is your sort of map. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, for joining me for another map in the What's Map series. Little shout out to all the BonBonB buddies over on Patreon. Thank you, buddies. I appreciate all of you. And yes, of course, suggested video on screen now. Have you seen that one yet? Have you? Oh, okay then. Go and watch somebody else's channel. I don't care. That's it. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.